Hi, I'm Tyler Bonner, and today I'll be making some Ethernet cords. I'll be using a crimping tool, a wire stripper, and the RJ45 connector pieces to put on the ends of the wires. Alright, so the first type of cord I'm going to make is going to be a straight through. So I already have my cords prepared and cut out. So with this one, I have two ways that I could do this. I could do standard A or standard B. And standard A is just, well, the standards are basically just how you set it up, the configuration of the colors on the wires. So you see how this one has orange, white, orange, blue, blue, white, and so forth. That's basically what you're going to be setting up. So standard A would be the green and white wire first. Yeah, green, white, green, orange, white, and then blue, blue, white, and then orange, and then brown, white, and then brown. Standard B is the same thing, except you switch the greens and the oranges and the green and whites and the orange and whites around. So this one I'm going to do standard B for this straight through. And yeah, here we go. So I got orange, white, orange. Then next is green, white. And then next would be blue, and then blue, white. And then next would be green, solid green, not green and white, because that came after the orange, white, orange. And then after that, you would have brown and white and brown. And what I'm doing right now is straightening out the wires so that they can slide into the RJ45. I wouldn't say easy, but relatively easier. Okay, so now what I'm doing is I'm cutting the wires so they can be nice and straight. Alright, so when you do this, there's a certain way you have to do it for the configuration you want. So if the pin is up, then the first pin is going to be on the left, facing you. So that's where you'd want to put your orange and white or your green and white, depending on the configuration that you're doing. And then you slide it in. Then make sure everything is connected. And then you have your first end. Forgot to introduce the last tool that I'll be using. It's the UbiGear cable tester, and that's what we're going to be using to test our cables and make sure that we actually did the job correct. So I finished making the first straight through wire, and now we're going to test it. And when we're testing it, what we're looking for is that the one pin on the left side matches with the one pin on the right side, and so on and so forth for the rest of the numbers. And it is correct so far. Yep. See if you can see that. Everything going down in the right order and lighting up in the right way. And then that's the first straight through. I'm going to sit this over here. And So we're going to start on the next straight through wire. This one I actually have to strip the sheathing off of the wire to get to it. Make sure you actually be careful with this because it will cut the actual cable, and you don't want that. Alright, next we have to cut off this plastic piece and this string, because if you don't, it will get in the way. Make sure while you're doing that you're careful not to actually like cut the cable again, because you don't want that. Then you gotta unravel this. Is a process that takes some time, so I mean, don't be trying to rush. So for this one, I'm going to do standard A. I think I did standard B for the first one. So this one is going to be green, white, green, orange, white, blue, blue, white, orange, brown, white, brown. Untangle those. Then that there. And you gotta really make sure your cables are straight and in the right place. Ooh. Starts on the other side. Cut it. Alright, so when testing your crossover wire, the numbers aren't going to be all matched exactly. So your 1s and 3s are going to be a pair, your 2s and 6s are going to be a pair, and 2, 6, 4s are going to be a pair, your 5s are going to be a pair, your 7s are going to be a pair, and your 8s are going to be a pair. So it should look like this when you're testing it. 1, 1, 3, 2, 6, 3, 1, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 2, 7, 7, 8, 8. Alright, so now we're going to start our second crossover wire. This one's going to be a little bit more work because I did not prep this one like the others. So I'm going to have to unwrap each one of these cables or wires. And I'm going to have to strip the other end. Alright. So green, white, orange, white. You see me shaking and wiggling it, so that's just to straighten it out. Okay, so next is blue, blue, white. Yeah. Then next is orange. And then brown, white, and brown. Make sure everything is placed right before you start trying to straighten stuff out. Alright, and then snip. Did it do what I think it just did? Yes, it did. Alright. Good thing everything stayed in place, relatively speaking. Maybe I should do it this way. Oh, lost the order. There we go. There we go. Snip it a little bit more so it can be straight. This is going to be a little bit harder to place in there. Hey. Well, it actually wasn't. But they're not all connecting. So this one gave me a little bit of trouble, but I think we got it. And plugging it into the tester. Oh. 1 3 2 6 1 4 4 5 5 2 7 7 8 8. All right. And that is the second crossover cable. So I have 2 crossover cables and 2 straight throughs. Thank you.